It's New Deal, so they,
Oh yeah, look
they
at
were
you.
doing their thing. But the
Strictly.
one I had when I was a kid was a slick bottom, and it was like sky on the nose with like a cool sun. Actually, the sun. No, wait. Yeah, the sun
Oh
was
yeah.
up here, and the nose was light blue, and the tail was dark blue with a moon. But this was a game changer. I think that's the. I was doing like backside flips and half cab flips and shit. Like that was a board that made things happen for me.
Well, tell me about it in 30 seconds when we start Mongochatter 6. You ready for this? Mongochatter 6. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Mongochatter Part 6. We got Court Hoffman right here, the co-conspirator of the Collision Curb Club, along with myself and a handful of others, which has gone from, I don't know, us getting drunk in a parking lot to a philosophy, I like to think. More
A
than anything else,
lifestyle.
a lifestyle. Yeah, yeah. So, what's up, buddy? Thanks for doing this.
Pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for thinking of me.
How are you living out there in Texas?
Good, man. Liking it. It's a good fit for us.
Yep.
Yeah, weather's warm. Cost of living's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Got a pool in the neighborhood. Got some. The neighborhood's fresh pavement. Got nice hills to cruise.
Nice.
Um, got a state park. Like our property butts up to a state park. It's got two waterfalls, two swimming holes, biking and hiking trails, and then got two 18-hole golf courses just 5 minutes away, dude. It's kind of like paradise.
Yeah, man. Sounds like that place that you go to or you went to every year for like the 4th.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
little like lake out
yeah,
there.
yes. Alta Lake State Park in Pateros, Washington, like 4 hours east of Seattle.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
miss,
gonna I'm gonna try and retire there. That's the plan.
do you miss the Pacific Northwest?
The nature for sure, dude. Like this is the first time I've ever not lived by the ocean,
Mm.
and that's kind of rough, because we grew up on the ocean, and it's just always been there. Like I've always been not only have I been, you know, in a state that has the ocean, but I've been very close to it,
Yeah.
like physically, like within a mile or two of salt water.
Yeah, even just being able to smell it is
Exactly.
it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But the nature scene in Washington blows Texas away, man. Mountains, fucking massive skyscraper trees, and the ocean. Like it's hilly here, but certainly not like downtown Seattle hilly. And then obviously no mountains. And I heard the beaches by the Gulf are kind of like dirty water because the Mississippi drains out right there.
Well, and that oil spill they had there, like back in like what was it, 2005 or some shit back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Gulf oil spill.
BP.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. No, that was actually more recent than that. That was like I was living in Seattle at that time. I think that was 2009. The BP
Yeah.
spill.
Did you? There was a movie about it, Deepwater Horizon, with Kurt Russell and Marky Mark.
Oh, I didn't know that was about that, but that
Yeah, it's
actually
pretty
makes me
good.
more like interested to watch it now that I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
it's a good watch.
Yeah.
And what else was I gonna say about that? There's been a bunch of fucking oil spills over there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Still, even oil spill or no oil spill, like I've been to Tampa and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I just feel like the Gulf is not. This was way pre BP. This was in like '98 or '99 or 2000. I was in Tampa, but it was like, it just felt murkier.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it'd be like swimming in the Puget Sound in a way, you know,
That shit's frigid though, man. Your feet go numb as soon as you touch it.
the sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been going to the beach because I took a pretty gnarly slam and I was trying to get my wounds to heal up. So I've been getting in the salt water a bunch. It's like
The Hill
late.
Bomb Slam.
Yeah. Yep.
Did that one hit you pretty hard or what?
Yeah, it was just a lot of contact on different parts of my body all at the same time. So
Yeah, it looked like a decent tumble. You know, I could tell you had some speed going on the video.
yeah, yeah,
Was that at the end of your day though?
yeah, it was the last thing that happened.
That's a great way to
Well,
end it.
actually, that's not true because I got it anyway. That was I tightened my trucks and then did it anyway.
Say that again.
I tightened my trucks and then did it
I could
anyway.
repeat that, please. Would you
Well,
say that you gained control after you tightened your trucks?
I think actually it was more about the fact, yes and no, but it wasn't necessarily about the tightness of the truck so much as it was that the first time, yeah, I had loose trucks and I kind of forgot how loose my trucks were, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I was so juiced from doing 40 plus tricks that I was like, I didn't even think about it. I just kind of charged down the hill. But then the second time, I remembered after I ollied the sewer cap to like carve, you know, and like sort of like traverse a little bit.
Yeah, to eliminate some of the steepness.
Yeah, rather than because the first time I ollied the sewer cap and I got a little wobble after the ollie, and I guess you could blame the loose trucks on that. And then I didn't carve or traverse anything, and I was just at a certain point I was going so fast I was like, well, you're just gonna go straight and see what happens, I guess, you know.
Yeah, dude, I could see as soon as you started to wobble, I was like, he's going down.
You knew
He's
before you
not
watched
gonna
it.
recover. He's not gonna recover from
Uh,
that.
but
Because it was just like boom, like as soon as it happened, I was like, yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, my buddy Sean, who filmed it, said it was. He was telling someone about it, and he said it was the sniper got him. He was like, the sniper took him out, just fucking. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
sharpshooter.
I think I've seen it. Somebody made an edit like that, and it was like a cowboy with a rifle, and it would show the cowboy shooting, like from like a '60s or something cowboy movie,
Yep.
and then it would be a kid on a razor scooter just fucking slamming. It was a good edit.
Remember the wrench pilot?
Wrench pilot. This is so wild that you said that.
Oh hell yeah! Let us be.
Yeah, fuck the police.
So sick, dude. Well, did you cut those out from something, or how did what? How did
I
that go
found
down?
them online somewhere. Somebody like had the entire series or collection of them online, and I pulled them into Photoshop and cleaned them up a little bit. Like
Yeah,
got rid of the pixels and everything,
yeah.
and made them bigger and put them next to each other, and so I could print it out on 11 by 17 and get an 11 by 17 frame and hang them up. Just trying to spread the stoke. Yeah.
Yep.
But as far as like legit sessions, your boy's been slacking on that.
It happens, dude.
Yeah.
But you'll come out. You'll come out when it goes down. You'll be so stoked that you'll do. You'll do like 25 things, and then just you can rest on your laurels and be like, I'm chilling for a while.
Take another 6 months off.
Yeah, because you'll be so stoked.
So what are you airing this on? What you're filming right now? What's the platform for people to watch this?
YouTube, and it's really like I really hesitate to call it a podcast. Technically speaking, it's almost like a public access show in a way. Do you use sunblock every day?
If I'm golfing, I'm either definitely using, like 45 or 50 SPF.
Okay.
But I also wear long sleeves just to keep the sun off my skin. Now, once you get burnt, you're done. So you're better off like not letting the sun touch you at all than having it touch you too much, and then you're toast for that day and the next day and the day after. And when you get a sunburn, you're still burning up at night.
Oh, yeah.
Laying in bed, you're still hot as hell.
I'm burning right now from going to the beach yesterday. No sunblock.
Oh, yeah.
Just, But I'm only there for like 20 minutes. I do my little stretches, and then I dip in the water and I bounce.
Nice.
But that's my program.
That's still pretty much a polar bear plunge right now, right?
Whew! You're not kidding, dude. And the way my muscles have been so sore from skating, it's like you can feel them contract.
I bet that's awesome, though, man. Like an ice bath.
Dude, you feel so relaxed after. You feel like you just got laid afterwards. You're just like so. But like,
because when you go in, like your heart rate's going, you're just like, it's so cold, right?
So cold, and the waves yesterday were pretty big, so you're kind of dealing with that. And I like to dive under, so it's like you're you're in there waiting for like a good wave to dive into, and you're just like, ah, like it's and it's cold, and then you dive under and you get the salt on your wounds, and you're like, okay, and then you get out and you feel all your muscles just go, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I need like a gallon of water right now.
Yeah, that's awesome because that's what pro, football, baseball, hockey, all those guys, jump in the ice tub after a game.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. Now, is it average business? Everything's game on in Texas.
It's kind of weird. So, like, the more burby it gets, the more stuff is open, but like restaurants are takeout or delivery only.
Yeah,
But I think they're starting to do 25% occupancy or something like that.
they're doing outside seating here, I believe.
Yeah, and I think bars are 25%, but I guess, yeah, it's fucking weird. But I guess the virus doesn't do well in warm weather regions.
Which is weird that they say that, but then like Los Angeles was hit so hard.
LA doesn't get that hot though. We're in the 90s here, easy, man.
Yeah,
LA can, probably in the 70s or something.
true that.
Um, just based on the few times I checked the weather over there.
And Florida, like everything they do, they're just like, yo, we're ignoring this shit. They're like, we don't give a fuck. They're like, this
Spring
is
break,
Florida,
motherfucker.
son. Yeah.
Yeah.
You drive down the road in Florida and there's billboard signs on the fucking highway where it's like a place that you can pull off into and fire an AR-15. Almost like you just pay to do that. Like almost like you would like go to like a petting zoo or some shit. They're just like, yeah, come on in. Like fucking, or no. Not even an AR-15. I think it was like a rocket launcher or something crazy like that. Like you could get loose in Florida, man. But you better not smoke any weed, or you'll go to jail for like 30 years.
So weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Same with Texas, right? You can't smoke weed in Texas.
yeah, but Austin's different, man. We're like the Republic of Austin out here, man. We got our own thing going on.
That's
I don't
tight.
think weed's hard to get.
I'm sure not, dude. The live music
smell it,
capital of the world. It better not
Yeah.
be, right? You know, fuck.
I smell it every time I go out in public somewhere,
Yeah.
Like, man, it's different here, man.
I'm
Yeah,
fuck-
anytime you get outside of a metropolitan area, it's just going to get more burby and more hickey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still wearing masks to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But, the further out of town you get, it's not required as much. Yeah, it's weird. Some shit's still closed and some shit's open. It's just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Those are making these
But it's all
sounds.
good, man. How have you enjoyed this whole coronavirus pandemic, as they say?
Well, as you may or may not know, um, previous to the pandemic outbreak, I was essentially locked down, sitting where I am now, editing Continental Crust, eating mushrooms, smoking weed, drinking coffee, being by myself, with the exception of my friends Mike and OJ, who came over here to help me edit. And it got to the point where I actually, I got rid of my job and shit, and I was like gonna ride it out. And then we had the opportunity to turn these premieres and everything, like it was like we made a whole weekend out of it. Like what I learned from Block Party, the zine, the video, the party, and the Delicate Death Machine premiere was like just wanting to like prolong that feeling and make it more than just one night and make it like a whole long weekend that could be, because not everyone can go, so it was kind of interchangeable. Like you could go fucking Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, like whatever works for you geographically, schedule wise, like fucking jobless. And so we did that, and we were able to raise some money for a good cause, like in memory of our friend Taylor and stuff like that, and make it more about just me and my footage and stuff. And it was really cool to be able to do all that stuff, But then for me, dude, I was like I started this job at a metal fabrication place, and it was like I was gonna put down the board and fucking go work and stuff, and then everything went ass over tits, and so I panicked and shit like the rest of them, and then just was like in my house, and then was like skating by myself with a mask, and then skating with friends with a mask, and then skating with friends without a mask, and now I'm at, basically, to be honest with you, the point where I'm kind of like at back to normal. Like I try to avoid large crowds and stuff, and I also like wear a mask, but like at the same point, like I went to a protest the other day, or a rally, I should say. I went to a rally the other day, and like, was around probably 500 to 1,000 people.
With a mask?
Yeah, with a mask, with a crazy fucking mask, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
you got the pink. Yeah, like it's a professional painter's mask, man.
yeah, I mean,
Where'd you get that?
where did I get it? I got it at a hardware industrial supply store.
Did you buy it a while ago, or you bought it because of the Rona?
No, I bought it for that job. It was sketchy because I worked there, and then I did a neti pot after like day one, and I started spitting blood. And then I went to work, and they're like, oh yeah, this and that, fucking, we don't have any masks. And kept going to the store and wasn't able to find a mask, dude. So I was like freaked out. I was like, yo, I don't think I'm going to come to work till I fucking get this mask situation squared away. And they like weren't about that. They were like, because when they hired me, dude, they were like already skeptical. They were like, fucking California, Washington, like what the fuck, like they were
No
like,
experience in the industry.
yeah, and just thought I was just not like a fucking like a lifer worker, which I think they wanted someone to just like be there, and they thought I was gonna like just like dip out. Which, to be, if I'm honest with myself, like I don't think I would have planned on working there for the rest of my life per se. Although I did
Hmm.
enjoy the job, it was kind of fun.
So are you collecting unemployment?
Yeah,
Nice.
because when I did get the mask and I went back to them, the guy was like, "Let's just call it a clean break," and I was like, "Okay, whatever, man, whatever you say, I guess." Like, and then I filed for unemployment and this and that. So that's the story of that. But focusing in on getting right with myself and getting all my, you know what I mean, since I've been back here, like going on 18, 20 months now, it's just like that's what it's been. It's just kind of like, you know, not drinking and keeping a healthy mind and a positive outlook, and being creative. And that's really that all the, but then all this stuff that's going on with, you know, police and thieves in the street, you know, that's very unsettling to me. And
It's a wild time to be alive.
it really is, man. The fall of the Roman Empire, right? Like, it's almost like we think about it in the modern sense of like the fall of the Roman Empire, like one thing, like it's going to be an event like 9/11 or something, and that'll be like the fall. Like, it's like, you know, for better or worse, our lives personally are like, we're living through some sort of massive change in society and civilization. And like, that doesn't necessarily have to have, you know, doomsday overtones and connotation, in my opinion. Like,
Hmm.
it could be some sort of awakening. It could just be, but whatever it is, it's like we still have our everyday lives to go through and deal with, because it's like this change, I hope, I think it will be, like the decline of this current empire or whatever is coming next. It will be hopefully, somewhat gradual,
Hmm.
and it won't be like some cataclysmic event although if you're one of these people that's been involved in one of these things going on, it's like one could argue that there's already cataclysmic events happening all around us every day.
Hmm.
So, and I don't really have any answers, and I just think that that's really
Hey, you don't have to have them. It's okay.
no. I know. I'm just thinking out loud. I think, in a way, I feel like that's a stance to take. It's an intelligent, sort of cool, calm, collected way to be is to sort of sit back and not sit back, but to take a look around, stop and take a look around. Maybe is the best way to say it.
hmm I saw a cool thing today. Uh, a guy I went to high school with, who I'm not close with,
Mm-hmm.
but we're Facebook friends, and he said something along the lines of, "Every few years, I get to find out who my racist friends are." And I thought that was a pretty cool statement
Yeah.
because it's cool. It's kind of like I feel like a lot of people are getting outed, for lack of better terms, right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't hide now, bro. Like people know.
People are gonna see things in different ways, and I know people say like that's what they want is like for us to be divided or whatever, and it's just like, but I'm just at the point where it's like I don't, I don't want turmoil or confrontation, but I can't not say and do what's right just because of turmoil and confrontation. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like being growing up in a small town and hearing people say just like whack shit like in passing or drinking or just like in the vernacular and kind of just like not saying anything or like not even necessarily laughing, like thinking it's corny, but like being in the crowd of people laughing but not speaking out against it. I feel like that time has come and gone,
hmm
for me personally, you know, for whatever that's worth, dude. I don't know, you know, but